The Houston Texans versus Arizona Cardinals matchup is not a talent versus talent game so much as a structural chess match between two teams that win in very specific, very different ways. Both teams rank among the lowest in man-to-man coverage usage and prefer zone-based vision defenses, but the similarities stop there. Houston is built around interior passing leverage and slot explosiveness, while Arizona is built around coverage patience, middle field tolerance, and volume efficiency. That contrast defines how this game tilts. Offensively, Houston lives almost entirely inside the numbers. When the Texans throw to tight targets and slot receivers, their efficiency spikes to elite levels, with expected points added per play above 1 and explosive play rates near 40%. Motion is the mechanism that unlocks this, not by deceiving defenders, but by identifying coverage before the snap and allowing the quarterback to throw on rhythm to the first read. Houston's best plays come when coverage rules are clean, the slot has a two-way release, and the ball comes out immediately. This is why Houston paradoxically performs better on second and long than on second and short or second and medium. Obvious passing situations simplify the defensive picture and allow slot leverage to win cleanly. Arizona's defense is structurally designed to tax exactly that strength. The Cardinals play Cover Four at the highest rate in the league, keeping safeties deep and wide, denying vertical slot access, and forcing defenses to live underneath. Their middle field open rate is significantly higher than Houston's, meaning Arizona is willing to concede short and intermediate middle completions as long as explosives are eliminated. This plays directly into Arizona's philosophy: long drives, tight windows, and no free leverage. Against Houston, that means slot seams and deep overs are harder to access, even if completions still occur. Houston can move the ball, but the expected points added drops because the throws available are lower value. Houston's offensive weakness becomes critical here. The Texans do not punish defenses outside the numbers. Their boundary passing efficiency is negative, despite perfect completion rates, because those throws are conceded by design and produce little yardage after the catch. They also do not trust their run game in short yardage situations, frequently passing on 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 2 and creating unnecessary third downs. Against a Cardinals defense that is comfortable staying in split safety shells and rallying to the football, that lack of a must-have short yardage answer becomes a problem. Arizona does not need to overreact to Houston's motion or slot alignment. It simply needs to stay patient and force the Texans to string together perfect execution across many plays. On the other side of the ball, Arizona's offense presents a different but equally narrow challenge. The Cardinals' passing game is almost entirely Trey McBride driven. He absorbs high target volume, converts efficiently, and functions as the primary chain mover and stabilizer. Arizona's run game, despite flashy yards per carry at times, is expected points added negative and does not consistently improve scoring probability. Quarterback runs provide variance but not reliability. This means Arizona's offense survives by avoiding third and long through McBride's consistency, not by explosive balance. Houston's defense is structurally better equipped to handle that style. The Texans close the middle of the field at a much higher rate than Arizona and rely on edge pressure to finish plays. Their linebackers are disciplined underneath, and their safeties are positioned to discourage seam routes. Against Arizona, this forces the Cardinals away from McBride volume and toward inefficient wide receiver targets, where their passing efficiency drops sharply. Arizona can still generate yards, but the drive level efficiency suffers, especially in the red zone and on third and medium to third and long. The decisive factor in this matchup is who dictates where the game is played. If Houston consistently finds slot leverage early, uses motion to identify coverage, and avoids long down and distance situations where disguise can take over, their offense can generate explosive efficiency even against Cover 4. However, if Arizona forces Houston into sustained drives, removes vertical slot access, and dares the Texans to win on the boundary or on the ground, Houston's offense becomes fragile and stalls. Conversely, if Houston successfully brackets Trey McBride and keeps the Cardinals in long yardage situations, Arizona lacks a secondary offensive engine to compensate. In summary, Texans versus Cardinals is a game of leverage denial versus leverage dependency. Houston is at its best when certainty exists and interior reads are clean. Arizona is at its best when patience is required and explosives are removed. Whichever team forces the other out of its comfort zone first will control the expected points added battle, and by extension, the game itself.